Hi people. I do not believe I've made a video yet today, but maybe I did. Maybe I did. See how my memory goes? Brother. I have been out of the house. I went and picked up some material. A woman from the Lansdale Pay Nothing page, and actually it might not even been the Pay Nothing page, it might have been the regular one, Buy and Sell, from Lansdale area. Anyway, the person who had I think she might have told me to check out the Pay Nothing pages, but also I'm pretty sure it's her. Nevertheless, she had some scrap material for quilts. She's cleaning out an attic and a basement, and so we got together this morning. I didn't get a meter. She put her stuff out at the end of her driveway. Lived in a very nice neighborhood. And I asked her, when we were texting back and forth, I asked her, if she had any sewing supplies or maybe even a machine. You never know. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Nothing beats a failure but a try. Try. It might happen. Anyway, point is, I asked her if she had a machine, and she actually did. I'm still out there in my car. I'm tired. I have to park my car across the road and in a different parking lot. So I already spent time at Walmart walking around and trying to figure out different things. I didn't realize I'd already used my card this month. There wasn't a whole lot left on it. I think around $20 or something, but I was trying to spend $50. So that's probably why it wouldn't cover that. I wonder, I need to find out if it'll cover those protein shakes. Because older folks, we need our protein, right? It's kind of spendy, that stuff. So I'm not doing that so much. And it scares me too, because I picked up a pack of that whey, W-H-E-Y, the whey protein. And it was so sweet. I couldn't take it. I could not actually take it because it made me sick. Okay, I took it, but it made me sick. And I don't enjoy that. I know, nobody does. But anyway, so I gave it away. And it was so expensive. Oh well, that's the way it goes. First your money and then your clothes. Yes, Papa Bear, you will be remembered for certain things you always said. He always had these little expressions. And we were going to write a book once upon a time. I don't know whatever happened, but I've lost everything anyway. I really don't have anything, hardly anything at all. But now I have some material, and I have a sewing machine. Did I tell you that? She had a sewing machine. She let me buy it for $20. But yeah, she had several machines. I was asking her, I says, will that sew through thick stuff? And she said it was used for sewing costumes, and so I imagine it was just, I don't think it probably will go through thick stuff, but it has several stitches, and it's a Kenmore. First she told me it was a Brother, and then she came back and said, oh, I'm sorry, it is a Kenmore. I haven't looked it up, but I got this memory. I've got a memory of Brother. First she told me it was a Brother sewing machine. I got a memory of that being from Sears. And then it seems like Kenmore is from Sears too. Appliances or whatever, but the Kenmore brand. So I had to look it up, see if it was a Sears deal. So I have a new portable, an old portable machine. I didn't ask how old it was, but it's in its box. So I'm excited because it's small. It'll fit right here, and I can sew. I don't know if it's going to bounce all over the place, but if I get this thing cleaned off, I should be able to do some sewing. And then I don't know if I'll actually be able to show you guys what I'm doing. I guess if I figure out how to do that. I've got this little thing, it's called a ring, and it's not as tall as I'd like it to be, because if I turn myself sideways, where you get the whole screen, then my head's cut off, chopped off at the top. Anyway, people, I'm so upset inside. I saw the picture of that church that was burned. Oh my God, it was way burned bad. And I don't know all the details, but I know that he ran his vehicle into the building, started shooting people, and then burned up the building. From what I understand, 4 people are dead. This is in Michigan, and this is a LDS chapel. So what the hell is wrong with you people? The Church of Jesus Christ is all about trying to help you people out, and yet look at what you've done. Who did it, and why did you do it? Did you feel that you had the right to take someone else's life? Did they hurt you so bad? Or was it someone else who hurt you and you took it out on them? What's the deal? People, I guess you're possessed of devils, because that's what a devil would do. Let's see how much destruction we can do. And let's be really proud of ourselves for worshiping the devil. Because that's what you're doing. You're doing his bidding. And you took it out on innocent people, I'm sure. And then you burned a building that houses so many. I mean, it looked like a pretty big building. And most of our buildings, if they're within the city, I mean, have 4 different wards meeting in them. That's 4,000 people that go through there. I mean, they might not all be active, okay, because it's usually 1,000 members per ward. And there's probably, maybe, if you're lucky, 1/3 of those members are active. But what would possess somebody except for a devil to do what he did? I don't understand. It's the only answer. And I haven't listened to all the videos. I saw where the prophet was warning about October catastrophe, but I don't know what that was. And he just died. 101 years old. He did a marvelous, marvelous job throughout his whole life. He was a heart surgeon. He actually touched hearts. I'd be trying to touch your heart through my mind and my mouth, okay? But he actually got in there and touched their hearts. A heart surgeon. And he gave it all up to become an apostle. And then I don't know what year that was, because from the time he first began being an apostle, he stayed an apostle and worked his way up till he became the prophet. He had a good long life. He did wonderful, wonderful things. And I'm so sad that you people just really don't know. You just don't know. Such a sad, sad, sad thing. Okay. I just had to make mention of it. I've been seeing all these things about the prophet, and I believe it was before he died that I was seeing a lot of that stuff, the things that he's done over the years, and all the masses and masses of people that showed up for him wherever he went, and the love. He bent down to love some kids, and they all swarmed in around him. I'm not sure what country he was in, but they were actually dark-skinned kids loving on this old white man. So tell me, he shared love wherever he went, and he was all about Jesus Christ Church. If you get a chance to listen to anything that he said, or the things that they're showing recently of his life, they're celebrating his life because he turned 101. But that was just a few days ago, a few days probably before he passed. Anyway, yeah, Satan is loose, isn't he? Just enjoying all the destruction, all the families he's torn apart. The root of all evil is Satan. Don't be listening to him. He'll make it all sound so pretty. The devil made me do it. You ever heard that expression? I don't know why I did it. Be careful. It's really sad. So that was in Michigan. I don't know where at in Michigan. Traumatized? I bet those people are traumatized. It's so sad. Okay. So I am going to switch off that subject. I'm sorry, but I had to do it. Just don't understand people. How you can feel like you have a right to take someone else's life. You don't. Your life is important, and everybody's life is important. And look what you did. Look what you did. I love the church. I love Jesus Christ. And I love his church. And you people out there, just like if you wanted to go join the church, you're brand new. When you come into the church, you're brand new. And you can't be bringing your concepts from your religion before, because it is all different. We love Jesus Christ, and we love God, and we are trying our best to love our fellow man. But you make it kind of hard, don't you? It's a sad, sad tale. Life's hard. Life is hard on everybody. But you think you got a right to go and take someone else's life? That's where you got a problem. Murder. Murder is the worst. Well, actually, I was going to say murder is the worst sin, but actually blasphemy is the worst sin. That is to know God and to deny him. I mean, knowing, like, maybe face to face, maybe not just we believe in him and then deny him, but the fact that you actually know, you have seen and you know and you deny, that is blasphemy. No forgiveness, I don't think. Murder, I used to think had no forgiveness, but I kind of got a feeling that there is. But you got to go through hell to get it. I mean, it's not an easy thing. Forgiveness, you have to pay. You have to pay by your good deeds. I would say your humiliations galore take somebody else's life. Oh my God. Really? See, that's the thing, people. I don't know who this is that did all that, but I do know that the people who come up through the border, they're not all Mexicans. My daughter was thinking they're Mexicans. They're coming from other countries down to the bottom of Mexico and then on up and up through the border. And they are here to kill us, people. You don't know that? There's a conspiracy about all that, I'm sure. And no, they're not going to do that. They said most of the people coming up were young men, like warriors. Young men professing to be a parent to a child that they don't even know, just so they can get up here. Okay, so we have let disease in. We have let men of a certain age, strength, warrior type men. And then what did we do? This is what happened, people. They came up, then they were bussed. They were bussed clean across the United States to certain areas and let out. There's camps all over this United States, and those camps are training them to kill us. Conspiracy theory, whatever. I'm just telling you. Not cool. It is not cool what is going on. And we're just going to have to pay. We're just going to have to deal with whatever happens, right? Because it's too late. Buses and buses and buses and buses of them immigrants that came out through the border that were not supposed to have been shipped all over the place and paid for. Promised to take care of them when you don't even take care of your own people. Yeah, let's promise to take care of all these people if they'll come over here. And what they said, I heard, was so you can vote. Well, see, if you're not a citizen, you're not supposed to be able to vote either. So you come in through the country illegally, and then you can vote too. Plus, you can get paid benefits. You can have insurance and food stamps and housing and all kinds of stuff that we can't get for our people. The people who live here, who belong here. You guys are in denial. I mean, I love the world. I love the people. But we can't even take care of our own. And you're bringing the world here. We used to have our diseases eradicated, but I got a feeling we don't anymore. So you've got other cultures coming up. They just soon kill you as, look at you. They don't have, what's the word? Value of life. There isn't. Only maybe theirs. Just telling you, people. It's a sad state of affairs. It looks like that's what I was looking for. I've been stirring my coffee up with a chopstick. And I was looking for it downstairs, and it was not there. It's because it was up here. I don't know. So I've got a sewing machine out in the car that somebody gave me. Not this one I just picked up today, but the one that I brought from Washington. Somebody gave it to me there when I was with Dad. And what she said was that the reason she was getting rid of it is because the automatic threader didn't work. So I figured I could thread it. But I'm still not sure how well it works, is the deal. And when I was here a few years ago, I'm not sure if it was 2 or 4 or whatever, when I was here I used Jesse's machine for a little bit, and from what I remember it works. But I do want to do a whole bunch of sewing. And asked the woman if she had one, and she did, and she let me have it for $20, and I just hope it works really super great. And I just want to have some fun with sewing. Hopefully I won't get sick of it right away, because I do get sick of things. Yes, the air conditioner's running. It's not quite time to let go of it. So I've already told you sad things, and I don't know what time it is, 20 minutes. I've got to have an appointment with an eye doctor. And those scissors are the ones falling apart. Scissors, glasses, eyeglasses. They're not scissors. Okay. Don't know, folks. I know I should do a unboxing, but my legs are tired, so I didn't want to bring the boxes over here. So they're still out in my car. My sewing machine and the boxes are in the car. So I will get a hold of them later. Still the same. So I have 4 people. That are following my videos fairly quick. But not all. So, let's see. I told you I went to Walmart. I was trying to use my benefits before I lose them. And so, excuse me if I tell you the same thing over again. But they had emergency 30-pack on a clearance on a manager special for $3.97. And when I was there at Dad's, when we were getting it was $15 to $18 for that box. You know what I did? I got as many as I could, because I mean, my Aunt Kathy, that's what she takes once a day. It's one of these emergencies. It has 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, and then it's got zinc in it, and I think it's got some B vitamins in it. And when my dad was ill, and he just wasn't getting well, we took him to the doctor, and the doctor told him don't take anything except for this emergency. She told him to take 1 a day. The zinc will help dry you up, and the vitamin C is really good for you, or so they say. So anyway, I was able to get several boxes. I figure if I do 1 a day, that'll get me through the winter, and that'll give me, because right now I'm not taking vitamin C, and I should be. And I think things are better in a powder form if you can get them into your system faster, instead of putting a pill in and the next thing you know, you pooped it out. I don't know if you can actually see it. I haven't seen it, but you know, I just don't, I know that it happens where the pill does not get digested. And there you are. Hasn't done you a doggone bit of good. Okay. Yeah, there were a few things I was going to get, but I was totally, I didn't know I had used my card. I thought I had $50, so I'm sitting here trying to figure out what to get and what'll work and what won't. Well, I still don't know what will work, because what happened was I'd already used my card, and I only had $20 left on it. So I got $3.97. First time I got 5 of them, and that was 5 times 4, that's $20, okay? And then I found some more of them, and it was just the one flavor, I believe. I don't think it was any of the other flavors. It had to be the orange, super orange. And it's effervescent, you know, it's fizzy, it's good. I mean, it's not that good, but it's actually the brand Emergency instead of the Equate brand, because I usually get the Equate, you know, because it's cheaper And the Equate brand is just not as good. So anyway, so I did good today. I mean, I was working on the project of getting the material and stuff for a week. She was out of town when she commented, and then she actually, I think, had lost my information. And I reached out. I was saying, I just didn't know. I thought she might have changed her mind or given it to somebody else, So we'll see what's in the boxes. I'll have to do a grand reveal. She said there were some squares in there for baby quilts. I don't know. But quilting material. I think she said there was some upholstery material in there too that I can make bags out of. But it's 4 small boxes. I don't know what a small box is. Like 1.5 foot tall and 1 foot square, I think is probably a good roundabout figure. I'm a mess, people. Anyway, don't know. Something great to say. We all have to die. Unless Jesus comes again, which he is going to come. And we don't have to die once he comes. We'll be changed in the twinkling of an eye. Changed into a immortal state. Because we're going to go into the millennium. So we're not going to be celestialized yet. We have to go through another life. A millennial life. 1,000 years where Jesus will reign on the earth. Peace. There's not supposed to be any temptation. There's not supposed to be any pain or sickness. There's not supposed to be anything to get in our way of growing and learning. And then at the age of a tree is what they said, but then they did clarify and say the age of 100. At the age of 100 you'll leap, but you won't have to die. And really, a dying could just be a sleeping, right? You're sleeping and you're gone. So I need to find something good to read for just a second, because I am tired of reading too much anyway. Okay, this is where I left off in 1 John. I read 1 and 2. I'm not sure if I read all of 1, but I read all of 2. So here's 3. Let's see how many verses there are. There's 24. That's not very many. Probably ought to shut that off. Nothing like having a bunch of noise, huh? Okay, so chapter 3. The sons of God will become like Christ. Love for others is required to gain eternal life. Obedience ensures us an answer to our prayers. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not. Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. And every man that hath this hope in him purifieth himself, even as he is pure. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin. Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth hath not seen him, neither known him. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Whosoever is born of God doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin, because he is born of God. In this the children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doth not righteousness is not of God, neither he that loveth not his brother. For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning, that we should love one another. Not as Cain, who was that wicked one, and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil, and his brother's righteous. Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you. We know that we have passed from death unto life, because we love the brethren. He that loveth not his brother abideth in death. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer, and ye know that no murderers hath eternal life abiding in him. Hereby perceive we the love of God, because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. But whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him? My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. And hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him. For if our heart condemn us, God is greater than our heart, and knoweth all things. Beloved, if our heart condemn us not, then have we confidence toward God. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments and do those things that are pleasing in his sight. And this is the commandment, that we should believe on the name of his Son, Jesus Christ, and believe one another as he gave us commandment. And he that keepeth his commandments dwelleth in him, and he in him. And hereby we know that he abideth in us by the Spirit which he hath given us. That last thing was telling you about the Holy Ghost, the Spirit that he has given them. Okay, so that was 1 John chapter 3. and that is the New Testament. And so maybe I will. I'm going to turn that air back on. I'm hot again. I can't seem to get away from that heat. Anyway, you people, enjoy your life. Choose you this day who ye will serve. It just came to my head. Okay. So, I don't know. I really don't have any great thing to say. So when I get my boxes in, I'll show you what I got. My little sewing machine. She lived in a really nice neighborhood, nice house. And in a neighborhood where there's actually houses and big yards and stuff, big houses, but big yards too. Not like these rows and rows of houses that are all together. They share walls. And in this room, I can hear I can hear the neighbor pretty good. Bunch of noise. So anyway, I think I'll just get off of here. I read. So that must be John the Beloved. He wrote Revelation. He also is alive until this day. He never died. John the Beloved and 3 of the Nephites have been living since Jesus' time. That was their wish, to stick around and bring souls to God. Anyway, you guys take care. I hope great things will befall you. And I hope if you have bad thoughts in your minds that maybe you can get rid of those. Try to see the light. Try to find the light. Try to be the light. Anyway, I got to clean up this room so I can make room for some sewing. And I hope that little sewing machine is really cool. So I just don't know. I know that you can have a sewing machine and have lots of trouble. Because if the tension's not right, or if it hasn't been oiled, or this or that or the other thing. So, we'll hope that it's been taken real good care of and that it works really good for me, and that will just be exciting. And then I got to figure out exactly what I'm going to do. I've been thinking about buying these jelly rolls. And it seems like the material might be wide enough to make those scrunchies. The material is only 2.5 inches wide. So 2.5 inches could get you a 1 inch, because you got to have it doubled over, then you got to have seams. So it's not really quite wide enough, I don't think. Unless you just have key fobs, they're calling them. I could do that with that material, and they're doing wristlets, elastic that's covered with material. They're doing wristlets that are key fobs. In other words, it's holding your keys, but they can stick it up their arm while they're busy with this and that and the other thing. And like one said, when you got your kids and you're trying to get them locked in and everything, you have your keys out of the way. Anyway, take care, people. Let love let love find a way. Let love lead the way. Just let love be a part of your life. And try to not be taken in by the evil one. And that's so hard sometimes. Anger. I definitely have a problem with anger, but I try not to. But I do defend myself if I need to. So, just